Get up, detective. One last time.
No dobra. Ten kabelek mieliśmy jej aux odzyskać. Zobaczymy, czy to się w ogóle da.
DeLorean Church, the place to be! Make some noise, my church people!
Vibrations thump through your blue soul. The music sounds much better in the church. A hawthorn tree on Rue de Saint-Ghislain. Tanguy stands on stage behind a table, nodding along to the music, and the other real deck is empty. Cables run hither and thither. On one side you see an auxiliary line in, with the number 4.5 written next to it.
Dark hardcore! Jermaine Egghead! Basically, yes it is. Yeah! Back on the case! No disgrace! The first page of the second chapter!
Could it be? Maybe for him, you only have a chapter or two left.
To the mega! Yeah! I can route it through auxiliary! What kind of a cable does she use? 3.5 or 4.5? Oh, she uses 3.5. Yeah. The auxiliary lining is 4.5 millimeter. These two don't mix.
Oh no, we're going to be in this church forever.
Don't worry, I have an adapter for it right here. Hang on, this is a 4.5. We're all good, people!
Whoa, thank God. Adapters noticeably degrade the sound quality.
Great! Someone got through to him. Okay, let's get it all set up. Can we turn the music off?
Everybody! Everybody! Don't panic! I'm going to turn off the on-off for just a sec. For a special scheduled event. The on-off will be back, but we're doing something else for one moment. Alright, go tell her that Egghead is ready to rave to her tunes. Lungs are for love. When Dolores Day was anointed innocence, her lungs start...
Why wouldn't they be? Are the lungs not the place where you hold the breath of your soul?
Okej.
Love! In a woman's lungs.
A dopamine surge accompanies the words. It feels like electricity flowing down your scalp, dissipating into your neck. Feels good, like a spark of life in that moribund sponge you call your body.
Yes, what is it? Okay, but think you can ask him to turn the volume down a bit? Just in case.
Maximum! Maximum is the only way!
I know it is, but could you please turn it down just this instance?
Pump it to the brick! Pump it to the hard master! There's no other way!
Glue style? Okay, there literally is...
See? He pumps it to the hard master. It's hopeless. Because I'm afraid that something might happen. It's an unknown phenomenon.
We can't turn down the hardcore!
Of course it is.
Yeah! Permanent enlightenment! Ray of sound!
Never mind then. Let's get on with our project. I'm going to unmute the speakers on a count of 5. Everyone ready?
Egghead pumps his hand up in the air, waiting for the beat to drop.
Born ready. Ready!
I'm ready if you two are detectives.
The lieutenant nods stoically.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Mute disengaged.
No wind outside, no waves, no floorboards creaking. Total, continuous silence. The woman looks around. In the silence, you see dust move on the floorboards. The driver of the speaker vibrates in the air. In the silence, A low hum starts creeping up your spine. It's a song inside you, not in the speakers, not in the room. A great bass sigh in the basement of your mind. It's out there now, in the world, made manifest. It will devour everything. The floorboards, the glass, the streets and the people. Nothing will remain.
Guys, what's going on? It's getting louder.
In the basins, the water looks like it's boiling.
Hosiana! Mother of Mega!
He's peaking, the worst high he's ever been on.
The beauty and the beat! The future of dance! Planetary!
No, Egg! It's the window!
In the corner of your eye, the lieutenant steps aside, cautiously, his eyes searching for a possible evacuation route.
The window is going to come down. No, the roof!
Cracks appear on the stained glass window. Cracks run up the wooden pillars in the dark.
Come down to us! Love!
It's shaking the building's foundation. The floor twists. A great pulse arises in your flesh.
That's it. I'm muting it.
Beautiful car! Beautiful life!
Shit! It doesn't stop. A seal? Have you?
Yes, I've turned it off. Andre, pull the compressor! The place is gonna come down!
Fuck! I can't shut it up! The signal's passed! It's not in here! It's...
In the mixing desk now, building into a positive feedback loop. This is it. A great roar. The vault of the roof twists above you. Glass shatters somewhere near the door. It's coming down.
Tak długo żeśmy czekali, nie? Na to.
But then it stops. Totally and utterly. As if there never was a sound. Only your ears still ring from the shock. Everybody.
Egg.
I pulled the plug! It was getting too hardcore. You did good, Egg. Most of the place seems to be intact. Fucking hell. Programmer lady, tell me you were recording that.
Nie.
4 years. 22 people. Millions of reals. All that time? This...
Yeah, but did you record it though? It was dope.
Yes, Andre. I recorded it. Damn, I need to send some letters now.
Thank you all for doing this. Eggman, you too. And you, officer. I don't know what we've discovered, but I know what it sounds like now. That's the start. It was mathematical information from the anomaly. I have no idea.
A voice seems muffled in the silent church. It's your ears adjusting after the exposure.
It was very hard not to. I think you're right. There
I promise, officer. Yes, our lead designer. And maybe some of the producers too. And some of the writers. If they're sober enough to open a transmission. They need to hear about this. Don't worry, I won't send the recording. Although I doubt they have... Stay here! I'm going to stay here with these lunatics. Send letters, maybe meet Sulispov. Also devise further measurements.
I want you to know that's totally chill with us.
I don't care, but thank you anyway. Now, I have a theory to come up with. Some kind of preliminary
Yes, and we have to get back to stabilizing Martinez.
Some tiny hard thing lets go in your stomach. You're still alive.
Okej. Idziemy Titusa przekonać. Wiecie, są te pułapki. Obóz kryptozoologów. W szopach na wodzie. A nie. Jeszcze w tą logikę pójdziemy. Matitus.
It's you again. What is it?
Retoryka. I jeszcze raz to wczytuję. Porąbałem po prostu logikę z retoryką. Ja pakowałem punkty w logikę. Dobra, jeszcze raz na szybkości. Przewinę wam to prawdopodobnie. Muszę sobie zapisać to.
Denalian Church, the place to be! Make some noise, my church people!
Vibrations, the Hawthorne is stabbed. The other real deck is empty. Cables run hither and thither.
To the mega... Oh,
Oh no.
don't worry, hang on.
Whoa,
Great! Some
Everybody, the honor will be back, but we're doing something else for one moment. Good morning! Yeah, the first...
could it be?
Basically, yeah. Lungs are for love. Venden
Why wouldn't
love.
a dopamine surge accompanies the words?
Yes, what is it?
okay, but
Max,
I know.
pump it.
Blue style.
See? Because...
Can't turn down.
Of course it...
Yeah.
Never mind then.
Egghead pumps his hand up in the air.
Born ready.
I'm ready if you two are detectives.
The lieutenant nods stoically.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Noticing.
No, the woman. In the silence, a low hum starts creeping up your spine. It will floor
Guys, it's getting...
in the
Halcyon!
He's peeking
No!
in the
The window.
crack.
Calm down!
It's shaking. Great.
That's it. I'm muting it.
Shit!
Yes! Andre!
Fuck!
In the mixing. This is it. But then it stops. Totally and utterly. As if there never was a sound. Only.
Egg.
I put... You did good. Yeah?
Yes. Thank you all for doing this. It was. I have.
A voice seems.
It was
I promise, officer. Yes, they need to hear about. Stay here.
I want you...
I don't now.
yes. And we
some tiny hard thing lets go in your stomach.
Okej. Teraz mamy retorykę, więc powinno pójść jakoś.
It's you again. What is it?
%58%.
Convince Titus he's being manipulated? Bad idea. Bringing her up will do no good. You should know by now. Titus will never falter. Just remember, it's about more than Glasia. It's about these outside in the midday sun. Ruins. The pavements are cracked and the benches peeling.
Huh?
He'll get it. Go on.
got it. Kill you because they don't like you. All because
Zły pomysł. Aha. Bo lubią zabijać? Czy jesteś cudzoziemcem?
Yeah, we liked it. It was fun, wasn't it, guys?
It wasn't for your fucking entertainment, Dennis.
they kill you because they think it's funny.
It wasn't that. It wasn't... We didn't hit him, okay?
That's it. That's the weak one. You flushed him out. Now go in for the...
Officer, you will be next if you don't shut up.
He's onto you. He knows what you're trying to do.
Kurwa, nie wiem co tu teraz zrobić. A, zaryzykuję chyba.
We didn't kill him. We didn't even hang him. He was dead when...
Shut up, Angus!
Fatty! Say one more thing to the cops and I'll...
Dennis, stand down, or I'll beat your head in. Theo, take your hand off the belt. This isn't 31. I've got this under control.
Does he? His closed fist is shaking. It's you who's in control.
Angie, where's your goddamn inhaler? You sound like you're dying.
I left it home. I can't get it. I'm too fucked. I'm sorry.
Why are you so fucking fat, Angus? Now it's all pointless. Because of you. You wasted my time. I told you, Titus. I told you just give her
Ona
up.
zabiła tamtego?
Lizzie, your help is no longer needed here. Go tell Everard.
Fine. I'll tell him. After a long walk along the coast.
What just happened between these two? You're in. He's all yours. Questions.
In a manner of speaking. We had help from another girl. It was her idea to hang him, and I liked it, for political reasons. It sent a good message.
The big guy turns to Glenn, who's about to say something. The blonde shuts his mouth before a word escapes.
I'll say it again. All the Hardy Boys are right here, cop. That woman is just affiliated with the Hardy Boys. You don't know her, anyway. We're Hardy Boys, and that's it. Glad you understand that. Me too.
The lieutenant gives a smile only you can see. He nods.
You hang the corpse to cover up the real cause of...
We're not sure. Probably a bullet. The wound was difficult to see.
The coroner and his assistant are wrapped in blue. Hands covered in blue gloves. Mouths covered by blue masks. Bodies by blue aprons. The coroner wipes his brow, scalpel still in his hand. Get the light. Shine it in his mouth.
'Cause the girls asked us to. They were in some shit.
Girls plural? There's another girl?
Did she kill him?
Cop, I have no idea. The girl says she didn't. Classier came down. She seemed really out of it. Drugged up.
Ta dziura
More than usual.
w ścianie.
Bug-eyed and gurning, you know? Not in a fun way. It looked like she'd redosed after something went down. I've seen that look before. She was scared. I've done this job for 10 years. I've seen it before. It's the politician in the motel room with the dead hooker scenario.
Good analogy, boss.
You don't get to talk yet, Shanky. You're still on the bench. You keep taking...
That's okay with the fat man, still wheezing there. He couldn't speak if he wanted to.
We went upstairs. Sure as day the merc was dead. There was a bullet hole through the window. Fucking... dirty sheets and bottles everywhere.
He means they'd been fucking?
Tibbs patched the window. And the corpse. We hanged. You may have noticed our girl's in some shit of her own. The can't show up on police radar kind. There are people after her. They're powerful, connected to the moral intern. She's clearly a
That's all he knows. That's all she's told him.
And why would you help someone like that? By taking on a murder?
Why would I? I guess we abide all sorts of runaways and losers here. It's a Martinez thing. Nah, he's my brother. He's in the window replacement business. Not yet. Just some ideas. She says the shot came from outside, behind the window somewhere. So that's a clue.
Okna. Tam jest widok swego budynku obok. Ale strzał, nikt strzału nie słyszał?
I'm thinking someone's past caught up with them.
Hers, you mean?
I mean the people after Klausya. Maybe the shot.
I like that. Been thinking the same thing myself.
My dude. One of those mercenary buddies of his could have done it. They got guns. Tell you what I'd do. Check out the coast for vantage points. Maybe consult with a ballistics buddy of mine.
These theories, not bad. Don't buy either one, but still, this guy's not as dumb.
You do that. Hey, cop. Before you...
Suddenly, the wind picks up outside. You hear it rattling the large windows in their frame.
She, Klausya, came to Martinez to hide. Many of us did. This is where you wash up when there's nowhere left to go.
Still, after all this headache.
That's right. If we didn't take care of the people who end up here, this place would just be a...
We'll take that into account.
No dobra. Może tam mi coś powie.
Hi again, gendarme. Bye-bye, gendarme.
Dobre punkty widokowe. Ten coś może będzie wiedział.
Hey, was there something you... Another thing. Yes?
No nieźle. Dziwne, nie spodziewałem się tego.
It's always good to see you.
Something in her demeanor has changed. She's tired, consigned to her fate, to being here with you and what's to come.
I understand.
Just like that. No resistance. Her shoulders are slouched, her feet long and straight.
I knew there was a chance you'd get them to tell you. It's what you do. You're the police. For what it's worth, I'm sorry for wasting your time.
This is good. Clear the air first, between you two. Is it? Something is off here. Shush, I can't hear what she's saying. Let the mist speak. She's tall and thin and...
If you knew we would find out eventually, why?
Because of the Hardys. I couldn't just dispense with them. They were only trying to help me. Out of the shit I'd gotten into.
I am not. There is more here, miss.
You're right. There's more. You answer to the coalition government, and by extension, the moral intern.
Briefly glancing over her shoulder to the sea, a grand expanse of water reaches over the bay and to the horizon. Golden grey, the pale, the Muindi Isola, the Occident, and then Oranje, the old, old world.
You share a database with them. You send people to their courts. Just business. But bad business for some people in the moral intern.
What happens if they do?
They will kill me, sir. If you file my name, take me in for questioning, well, then I'm fucked. For nothing. This murder didn't have anything to do with me.
Actually, this murder did have a little to do with her.
Last week, Angus and Titus's brother, I think he's called Tibbs.
You should have a look at that window. Reconstruct the scene. It's right here, so near. Yes, you see the glass sparkling out of the corner of your eye.
We were there. Together. In bed, I mean. Okay. He was in a kneeling position. He had just entered me. I was on my back, looking at him. I turned back to him. His eyes were looking through me, and his mouth was open. Dumb. I could see.
Her chest rises and falls with each word.
I knew he was dead. Before he fell down on top of me. He was heavy. I pushed him off and he fell to the floor. There. He only had his boots on. I bit the pillow, not to scream, then ran downstairs. I waited for the second shot to come. For me. I thought there would be one.
She's forgotten about her cigarette. The butt has burned right down to her fingernails.
Oh. So am I.
What time was this? When did it happen? It would help us if you could be as precise.
11:30 to 12:15. I don't know the exact time.
It's okay. Were you inebriated?
Not as much as usual. He'd done a line, plus other things. I was drinking.
Wait. Titus said she was gurning her jaw off, much more than usual.
Oh, yeah. I did one of his lines, just to clear my head.
Good thinking. Clear your head. You should clear your head.
Did you hear or see the shooter in the course of this?
No. Nothing. I was trapped. I was stuck in my room downstairs. I got some clothes on and crawled back up. He was still on the floor, slouched. I couldn't be there with him anymore. So I ran down and out of my room, into the hallway, down the stairs. I knew there would be people there. Sylvie was tending the bar. A lot of people were there. The Hardys were at the table in front of the stage. I think the Union boss. Ruby was there too. They were having such a good time. I sat down and...
Ruby?
Ruby. You know, the leader.
The leader? Of what?
The Hardy Boys. Well, nominally, yes. Ruby's the one they go to when things...
This Ruby, in her phrasing, is entrusted with great power.
Well, Ruby said let's talk upstairs. I showed her the room. I've known these people since she said she'd take care of this. It's what she does, you know, take care of things. I helped her get the body to the bathroom. We used a belt to pull him up.
To mislead you, they were tampering with the body.
To produce lividity, matching a hanging?
Yes.
We completely missed the tampering. Looks like you got there in time. What was this, 20 minutes after death?
Oops.
About 20, yes. Ruby explained it would make the blood... You know what he does. Ruby went outside to talk to Titus and the boys. I was just looking at Lely in the bathroom. I had to put his clothes back. It took Ruby maybe half an hour to come back with Titus. I'd gotten him ready by then. They carried him out. Ruby said to wait here. She also said I wouldn't see her for a while. That we should lay low or something. So I did. I don't know. I haven't seen her since.
We will need to take this question to the Hardy Boy.
Interesting. Why did this Ruby go through so much trouble to hide something someone else did? Look into this later.
When he was shot? I may have. I don't know.
The gunshot wasn't that loud. This is something to keep in mind when assessing the distance of the shot.
Because I'm an idiot.
Which is an indicator of truth. Idiot. She's nothing of the sort.
You have to understand, the people around here, no one was making the call, and he kept...
Her jaw is clenched. Her throat moves.
He kept throwing stones at him for 3 days. I could hear the thud. Thud. So I called you. I hope with all my heart it's not the last thing I do in Ravish.
She definitely called the cops. That was task complete. It could not have been a lie. That is impossible.
It's not nice, but it's not illegal. Not here in Ravishal.
What exactly did you...
Industrial espionage. I joined a business collective with the intention of... with a bigger company. The kind you really, really don't...
I need the names of the companies involved and who hired you.
The job was Lou's doing County Savings Bank. They sound small, but they're part of the Lou Scott conglomerate. As to who hired me for the job, I don't know. But they're after me too. Along with Lou Scott.
Lowe's cap. These people engineer financial disasters in second world countries. The conglomerate also includes the Bank of Consecration, Airberg, and the popular Papalolo line of dairy products.
It is. Many people lost their jobs. Not just a lot of people got hurt. But that's just more of my shit you shouldn't have to deal with. You're solving a murder. That's the first thing that went through my head when I heard the glass break. I thought they'd found me. They've killed him to punish me. All last week, I've tried not to talk to anyone or be seen with so they wouldn't be hurt. I've come to understand, however, this is paranoia. What happened didn't... I just don't know.
We can't go after Lou's cap. Not yet. There are other, saner leads.
I don't ask you to, Lieutenant. If there's one thing I know, it's that you'll get nothing from there.
She nods, silently. She doesn't... He's thinking, are we done here? Who? What? Dear God, you've been lied to. She could have killed her lover and lied to everyone. She's not candid at all. She's smoke and mirrors and will-o-wisps.
No, w zasadzie tak.
She probably didn't give you her real name either. Why would she? Arrest her immediately before she further entangles you in her web of lies.
I agree. You wouldn't give us your real name, not when people are after you.
Okay. Okay, it's not. You log your work every week. It's all transmitted to Common, sir. I couldn't just beg you not to enter my name. Like I lied before. Like I did at LCSB. I have to lie all the time. I'm so tired of it. No. It's submerged in a plastic buoy on the coast, in the reeds. It just doesn't say Clausia Amandu.
Falsified documents?
Passport and visa. Given to me by my employer. I can't even use them. My employer probably leaked the name, Maya Smith, to her.
Why would they do that?
I didn't show up to a rendezvous. They don't take that lightly. I didn't show up because I was afraid they'd do something to me. The job was finished. I'm just a liability now. West of the boardwalk, in the reeds, on the coast there. I put it there when I first arrived. Haven't been there since. I'm not sure I could even... It's useless.
The lieutenant makes a note of it.
You're welcome to it. It's in the reeds northwest of here, past a broken sewage pipe, right near the waterline.
She nods, her back straight, ready for whatever is next.
I did. What is this? I called your desk or whatever it is. There was an older woman on the other end. It sounded like she was...
That is the emergencies desk number. Anyone could know that, sire, by looking around and calling the desk. I don't...
What time did you make the call?
Thursday night. It was late, sometime after 12.
It checks out.
She stands before you, holding her back very straight.
But I haven't done anything. Anything illegal.
Failure to aid a police investigation. She purposefully misrepresented information crucial to the case. Fucking mind games. Enough. That's right, gang. Stern and merciless now. Stern and merciless as we reel her in. The lieutenant produces a pair of handcuffs.
Please no.
Fragile, unshielded.
Nie
Her
chciałem jej
voice
aresztować
is
na tym.
thin and tired.
I think I know who did it. Who shot Lely. I can tell you. I can help you.
She's silent for a second, as if looking into herself for...
Ruby. You said there was a secret route there, right? She could have come up through there, then taken this shot, right here, where I stand. It was too dark outside. I wouldn't have seen her.
Then slipped back downstairs without anyone noticing. That is possible.
Interesting theory. Did she know that door exists? Had you been out there?
Yes. She's been up here many times. She used to come to drink on the roof when, She would have seen us. My bed is right next to...
You mean to suggest she made it?
No. No. Why would she do that to herself? No.
She's not really sure. It was right above the bed. She could have seen all sorts of things from there.
She has this thing for me. Ever since I met her and...
What she's saying is...
And more. I made the mistake of confiding in her. I told her I was on the... When I started spending time with Lely, she told me to end it. Said there would be shit.
I don't understand. What exactly in your relationship made you think she's romantically interested?
She said she's in love with me. She even asked me to run away with her when I
And you led her on?
a little. I was flattered, you know? But then I had to let her off, and it was not easy. I came to regret being friendly with her. We maybe kissed, nothing more.
This is just an assumption.
I know what it sounds like. That's why I didn't want to tell you before. Somehow, she knew Lely was dead. She wasn't surprised at all. When we came up here, she was calm as a stone, too.
This is a familiar theory. You had it too, remember? Could it be that Ruby was covering up after herself, the lynching?
She came over one night, drunk, said she'd turn my life into a living hell. And she's a pro. She must be. To keep the Hardys in line. I tried severing ties with her after that.
Some of that fear is still with her. She exhales sharp. What are you talking about? She's afraid you'll arrest her. Okay, and what? Arrest the liar now. Why? She told us some pretty interesting things there. Don't arrest her. Push her a bit more, but then let her off. That Ruby theory was solid. And she's beautiful. Her. Stop letting her distract you.
Still? After all this, but I don't deserve to be sent to the moral intern.
She's gearing up for a last stand. This is it.
You have those station calls, right? Where I have to show up at the station or I'll become a fugitive. You can write me one. I know you can do that. Just let me come in on my own. And
You do have the form.
By God, she's playing him too. Like a fiddle, sire. Who would have known?
I don't know. To spend my days with smoke, and drink and dance, everything could change. This city, maybe Ravishol could be free. I could be trying.
A free Revachol. There is a low, distant rumble on them.
I find that hard to believe, miss.
It's coming.
The world can change.
Her political overture has succeeded, we see. She looks at you and wait. If you arrest her, Kim will have to transport her. Shut up. He's making a decision, and it's his to make.
I won't.
This may have been a grave.
I promise I will be right here all the time, nights too. I'll help you any way I can in this investigation, and I will be at Station 41 in 6 weeks.
She nods. Then no.
Okay.
There may be grounds here, at least for an extended detention.
A little whimper. The young woman hears you. She's looking around. She slowly lights a... You are. This is not the end of this. What's this? We're getting reports of normal, reasonable, temperate, political opinions somewhere in Martinez.
Zadzwoń do niej. Nic nie mówiła. Nic nie mówiła. Nic nie mam. Kurwa się naucz. Kurwa.
Must have been a false alarm then. This window is pristine on the inside, unlike the one next to it. Light from the desk lamp reflects off the glass. In golden light melts away into the blue, glassy darkness of your mind. In it are two neon-lit shapes, a man and a woman on the single bed. Like the witness said, the man is kneeling, the woman is on her. The man looks directly at the woman. The shot's possible directions converge, ending him from the roof outside, location A prime. The glass fractures around the bullet hole, shards face inwards like a corona behind the woman's back. The ray cast from the man's mouth unravels into a fan of possible directions, all on the roof at first. The shot could have come from any of them. This is composite location A prime, most likely of the origin points. There could have been. Then the rain and slush and wind washed it away. 72%, with a weapon that's good for medium range, like a rifle or sports pistol. This is a good short distance, but not too short. The lights were on in here. Outside it was dark. It was like shooting fish in an aquarium, a well-lit aquarium. The victim opened his mouth to let the bullet in. Neither of them would have seen anything outside in the darkness. Too busy with their own bodies. None that you've found thus far, but that doesn't mean there aren't any. Point X would contradict the woman's testimony, rendering the entire proposition void. These figures would be wiped out, detective. That's a 28%, yes. In this model, the shot could have come from a greater distance. Nothing excludes the possibility. Should we extrapolate to include every possible point of origin in Martinez? The man does not know the bullet has entered his brain. He never will. Death comes faster than the realization.
Aha, to był punkt A, B, B. Ale strzału nie słyszała. Żadnego. Więc może to było naprawdę daleko. No to jaj.